Hey folks, Bridget Howard here for your Jackson Kayak team, and I am incredibly excited to introduce the new Big Rig HD FD for you, the HD configuration in particular today. The Big Rig has been a favorite Jackson Kayak for a long time. Step out onto it, stable as anything, you can bring a ton of gear with you, it's got a super loyal following. So what we've taken is some of those favorite features in the Big Rig and incorporated them into the HD version of the Big Rig. So what does that mean? That means everything is bigger and better. We're gonna take a look at some of those features a little bit more in depth now. Starting up here at the bow, the Big Rig is not our smallest boat by any stretch. So we've gone ahead and put some of our more comfortable handles on here. This handle is comfortable, grippy. It was really well responded to when we introduced it on the Mayfly, and so we decided to introduce it on all of our boats, and the Big Rig HD is no exception. Moving down, we've got a oversized front hatch tank well here, which is a single-handed operation here to flip that latch open. A lot easier to get into. You've got your paddle stager here, so you can tuck your paddle up and out of the way if you needed to really quick. Looking inside, you've got your hatch bin here, which if you've ever been out and thrown your plastic, some gear down in there, and it's ended up in the stern of your boat, you'll really appreciate this. We've got our stand assist strap here, ready to help you get up and at 'em. Here on the bow of the kayak, you'll notice on the deck, we've got some geometry built in here. So if you want just to set down your rod real quick and maybe pick something else up, it's no problem at all to go ahead and lay that down and move on to the next thing. The Big Rig came standard with 2 rod tip protectors, and you all responded so well to it and liked it so much that we decided to double up on it. So now you have 4 on the Big Rig HD. The rod trough staging area is actually wider than it is on the original Big Rig as well, so you can set extra rods down into that staging area. We've got gear track all over this kayak, as you've all known to come to know about our Jackson Kayak. So we've got gear track here, got gear track at the seat, and then also behind the seat. It comes standard with your Yak Attack Omega rod holder, and also our tumbler holder and an Orion tumbler. You've got a paddle clip stager here that's going to let you set that paddle up on the gunnels and keep it out of the way, but still very, very accessible. Standard Jackson Kayak foot pegs here, which are also tied to our integrated rudder system, which is a really, really cool feature of the Big Rig HD that we'll talk about in just a little bit. Moving back, you'll notice that we have this giant pod here in the center. This is going to be the HD pod. So you're going to be able to open it up. You've got semi-dry storage in there. So if you wanted to, you could throw some ice in there. You could keep your fish in there if you wanted to, soft plastics, whatever you wanted to do. You could kind of make this really your own. And the good thing about this pod too is if you decide to upgrade to the FD version, which is going to be your flex drive, pedal driven, or electric drive driven system, this pod is going to pop right out. You're going to hit those 8 screws, pop it out, go to your dealer, say, I want to upgrade. They're going to be able to give you that new pod to let you go out with your flex drive or your electric drive. Like many of our Jackson Kayaks, the Big Rig HD comes equipped with a transducer scupper that's going to let you seat that transducer right up into that scupper hole and be ready to go. Jackson Kayak has had the integrated transducer scupper for multiple generations on our kayaks. With the increasing size of transducers, we have increased the size of the transducer scupper on our Big Rig HD to accommodate the Axiom from Raymarine. What this also means is that it's going to accommodate some of the other larger sonars out there on the market. And new for 2019, we have our Ergo seat frame complete with MOLLE compatible system. It's going to be trimmable fore and aft. You're going to have the high and low positions, and you're going to be able to add all types of MOLLE compatible accessories on both the back and underside of this seat, giving you nearly infinite ways to configure your ride. Here directly beside the seat, you also have the hand rudder control option, so you can control it either with your feet, with your paddle, or with these rudder controls right here beside your seat. Super cool. Moving back, we've got this brand new staging system. So what this staging system is going to do, it's going to let you set your rods down, keep those reels separated. We're really fired up on this feature, and if it's something that you guys are really fired up on, you'll probably end up seeing it on a lot more of our boats in the future. Moving back, we've got your 2 flush mount rod holders on either side. You've also got a pocket here so you can seat a fly reel with a rod up to 9 feet long that you're going to be able to tuck into the front on your kayak. We have your large rear tank well back here, and that's going to have your adjustable bungee system so you can stash whatever you might need to stash back here. And we've also got your rear hatch, which is going to give you access to the rudder system should you ever need it for any reason. Speaking to that rudder system, the steering, the tracking, and the speed on the Big Rig HD are what really set it apart from the original Big Rig. You've got these rudder controls right here, which are integrated with your foot pedals. So what does that mean? That means that you can be going along, paddling, and you can make those micro adjustments with your feet. One of the very coolest things about having an integrated rudder system like this is that this boat turns on a dime. So you're in a big boat, but you're turning like it's a little narrow boat. The rudder blade's a little bit flatter, so that's gonna help a lot with that steering. And also, as we look underneath of the boat, you're gonna see that that keel is right in line with that rear rudder. And what that's gonna do is lend itself to that stability and tracking. That's gonna be a quick look at the new Jackson Kayak Big Rig HD FD, the HD configuration. She comes in at 13 feet, 3 inches long, 40 inches wide. We're incredibly excited about the new Big Rig HD FD here at Jackson Kayak. Be sure to go to your local dealer and find out why big is better.